What's good, BUYLOOPS community? It's your boy, and today I'm gonna be making so far samples using BUYLOOPS MIDI Kit Volume 2. So this specific kit has some of the great chord progressions and a lot of MIDI files. As you can see, I'm going to use this chord progression, and I'm using this third one, which is G sharp minor. This is how it sounds. So the preset that we have here is BUYLOOPS Bell 2 from BUYLOOPS Omnisphere Bank Volume 1. So make sure you go get these sounds, link is in the description. So let's get straight to this. But first off, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Link is down in the description. And yeah, let's get straight to this. First off, I'm going to copy some of the notes one octave up. So just like this. So I'm going to delete that last one and just copy this over. Now one thing we can also do, we can randomize the velocities. We're pressing Alt and R on our keyboard. And we can strum these notes. That sounds great. And I'm going to set the velocity of these bass notes to the same value and just lower them a little bit. This sounds pretty cool. Now let's add some of the effects. So I'm going to open up Vocala Supermassive and just add some chorus and stuff like that. Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds truly amazing. So now I'm going to EQ out some of the low frequencies. And now that you have done that, we can add a sub bass and it won't clash with the low frequency or the melody. So my go-to bass for these kind of melodies, so R&B and soul and stuff like that, I use this one. So it's a Moog Modular Classic, and all I do here, I just turn off this chorus echo effect and I just lower the release a little bit, and that's pretty much it. Now we can copy these bass notes. Control C, go to the sub bass, and Control V, and just raise it up one octave. Now we can also add some slides. I'm going to do that right now. And we can also raise the velocity and just lower the volume a little bit. That's pretty much it for the sub bass. Now let's open up yet another instance of Omnisphere and add some counter melodies and stuff like that on top of this. That sounds pretty nice. Let's copy this over and I'm going to explain what I did here. So as you can see, when we move this down one octave, it just follows it mainly follows the notes that are in the chord, and I just moved them up one octave, and I also added these sort of strums, and that sounds pretty good. Without it, it sounds really boring, but with it, it sounds pretty nice. I don't know, it gives like harmony or something like that. So Let's add the strum here as well. This sounds pretty nice. Now one thing we can also do, we can randomize the velocities. So it sounds even more natural. And now let's add some of the effects on this one. First off, let's add some of the EQ and cut out low frequencies. Sounds pretty nice. Let's add some Echo Boy. That sounds pretty insane if you ask me. So now let's open up yet another instance of Omnisphere and just add some of the layers, and that should be it for the melodies, I think. Okay, that sounds really nice. This is guitar number 5 in the kit, and all I did here, I just followed these top notes over here, and I just moved them, moved some of the notes 1 octave up, like this, these 3 notes, B, G sharp, and A sharp. And now I'm going to add some of the effects, make the sound as ambient as possible. So let's open up Supermassive and just mess with some of the presets that we have here. And we can throw in some of the widers. So what this does, basically it widens the sound in a stereo image. And just cut out some of the low frequencies. Now let's see how this sample sounds in a different key. So I'm going to open up a sound shifter pitch on the master and just move it a couple of semitones down, and we'll see how that sounds. Ooh, this is crazy. That is absolutely beautiful, but there's still something missing in this. We need some vocals. So good thing that we also have a Vox kit, which you can get in the description below on our store. So I'm gonna be using this Vox loop number 20, and it's A sharp minor or B flat minor, however you wanna call it. So right now we are on G sharp. So all we need to do is pitch this down 2 semitones and stretch it so it fits the tempo. Let's see if it's on the time. This also sounds really beautiful, and it's A minor, so we need to move it down 1 semitones. Let's set it here to stretch and just move it down a whole octave. That sounds absolutely beautiful. So now all we need to do is cut out some of the low frequency and also mess with some of the effects. So one thing that I love to add to my vocals is this VST called Pancake, and what this does, it basically automates the panning. So I'm going to use this left to right shy preset, and that's basically it. And absolute last thing that I'm going to add to this is going to be a drum loop. So I'm going to go to the arcade and choose a drum loop. And good thing we have this drum session line. So we can just choose any of these. Let's use this one and just add this drum loop over this. That's beautiful. Now we are going to EQ out a lot of frequencies. So let's open up parametric EQ2 and just cut out some of the frequencies. And maybe add a tiny bit of reverb. And that's the whole sample. Now let's see what this sounds in a different key yet again. So let's open up sound shifter pitch on the master yet again and just move it down 4 semitones. That's beautiful. And that is pretty much it. Now we can split this pattern channel by channel. So how I usually arrange my samples, I just have the most interesting part in the first 16 bars, and I just stem out the melodies one by one. So just like this. And I also leave these empty pockets right here, as you can see. And I do that because of the reverb. A lot of these sounds have a reverb in it, and it will just decay on other sounds, and it will sound too muddy and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I make these pockets. Now I'm going to go to the master, click this little record button down there, go Alt and R. Make sure in the song selection mode here and just press start. Now that we have the whole sample rendered out, we can delete these patterns, and also we can remove these pockets that we have. Now that we have the whole sample here, we can set it to stretch and just move it down 4 semitones. And this is the final sample. And that is pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys learned something new. Make sure to subscribe to BUYLOOPS YouTube channel. Check out the kits that we have on our store. We have a lot of free kits as well, so make sure to follow me on Instagram as well, and BUYLOOPS on Instagram, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one.